Good morning, students. So, in the previous section, we had completed the digestion of food. We have seen that how protein, carbohydrate, and fat can be digested by our digestive system. Okay, and we have also, completed all the reaction which is breaking the what macromolecules, that is protein, carbohydrate, and fat into micromolecules. Right, that we all have completed. Okay, so today in this session we are going to start the absorption of food. Right, the question must arise in mind that after digestion what will be the next. Okay, why we actually are doing the process of digestion, so that we can get the what energy, and it is possible when all this nutrient will move to our what blood, and from blood to each and every organ of our body. For that we have to see the next topic, that is absorption of food. As you can see on the screen here, absorption is the process by which the product of digestion are absorbed by the blood to be supplied to the rest of the body. During absorption, the digested product are transported into the blood through intestinal membrane. Yes, of course, because after digestion all the nutrients, which is amino acid, glucose, and fatty acids, are present in the what intestine, in the small intestine, because we are knowing that the small intestine is a site for complete digestion of food. Okay, now from here the nutrient have to move to the what blood, and how it can be possible? Okay, and it is possible by the what absorption. Okay, that is transferring the nutrient from the intestinal cavity to the what blood. But how it is possible? Okay, that the nutrient will transform from the small intestine lumen to the what blood. For that we have to see the next slide, okay, which is showing us the what lumen of the what intestine, small intestine. So here we are having the what lumen of small intestine, as you can see in the diagram here. Okay, this is showing the cavity of the intestine, which is having the protein, okay, carbohydrate, and what fats. Okay, the digested what is what amino acid, all right, glucose, and fatty acid. Now all these nutrients have to be absorbed by the wall. As you can see, this wall, the inner lining of the small intestine, the inner wall, okay, is having a millions of what the finger-like projection, which is known as villi. All right, now these villi are actually responsible for absorbing the nutrient from the lumen of the small intestine and giving to the what blood. Okay, so but how it is possible, how this villi, this finger-like projection, can absorb the nutrient? Okay, because this nutrient have to transfer to the what blood. For that we have to see the next slide, which is showing us the longitudinal section of the what villi. Okay, so here we are having the LS of villi. So very nicely it is showing the diagram here, that a small section of the small intestine we have taken, that is the inner wall. Okay, this inner wall, small section of the inner wall, is showing a lots of what villi, and the last structure, the third structure, is here, which is showing the LS of villi. Okay, so as we can see here, the LS of villi are having the what blood capillaries. Yes, the blue color and red color are the what blood capillaries. Okay, and these all blood capillaries are completely wound upon the what lacteals. Lacteal is a large lymphatic vessels. Okay, so now the question will arise in your mind that, madam, what is capillaries and what is lymphatic vessels and all? Okay, for this we have to go in detail in the next topic when we will see the circulation system. What circulatory system? But for your knowledge, you should know that capillaries are the thin vessel like structure which is containing the blood. Okay, and lymphatic vessel is also a that duct, okay, which is containing a colorless liquid, that is known as lymph, and both are very important, that we will discuss in the circulatory system. Okay, but here you have to know that these are the capillaries which are having the blood flow, and when the villi wall will allow the nutrient to be absorbed, okay, when the nutrient will pass from the higher concentration to lower, it will catch up by these capillaries and it will move to the what blood. Now this blood will circulate, okay, to the what nutrient to each and every part of our body or the organ. So in this way they are completing the what process of absorption. Clear? Next we have to see assimilation. because it is clearly given in your book. If you will see the reference, you will see the NCERT, it is clearly written absorption and assimilation. That means both are not same. Assimilation is a different process. So now what is assimilation? Okay, so see what I have written here. The blood carries digested and dissolved food to all part of the body, where these nutrients move to the cells, and this assimilated food is used to release energy when it is oxidized during the respiration. So here it is. If you are thinking that हो गया काम, एक बार हमने खा लिया, digest हो गया, now we will get the energy. No, we are very fast, because in this way we are not getting the energy. First we have to digest the food, and after digestion there will be absorption, and after absorption each and every nutrient has to move to the what? Cell. And this movement, okay, of nutrient from blood to the cells of the organ is known as what? Assimilation. As it is written here, is known as assimilation. And once the nutrient will enter the cell, then that nutrient, okay, will need the what? Oxygen. And that requirement is fulfilled by our respiratory system. Yes, and that is known as oxidation. When the nutrient will react with oxygen, the process will known as oxidation. And in this way, okay, the nutrient is giving what? Energy. Alright, so after the respiration only we are getting the what? Energy from the nutrient. And this movement of nutrient from blood to the cell is known as assimilation. The second point, just say the digested food which is not used by our body immediately is stored in the liver in the form of carbohydrate called glycogen. Yes, it is very interesting that again liver is here. All right, as we have already discussed about the important function of liver. Okay, before going to the what? Heart. Blood before going to the heart is going to first what? Liver. Okay, for detoxification, okay, of the nutrient. So when the blood is bringing the nutrient from the lower part of our digestive system, from the small intestine, from the large intestine, okay, so this blood is first of all going to liver for detoxification, and then it is going to what? Heart. Okay, so if our blood is having excess of carbohydrate, it is converting it into what? Glycogen. Okay, an excess of amino acid is there, it will convert into uric acid. Okay, so what they are doing, the liver is detoxifying our nutrient. Okay, and then it is sending it to what? Our heart. Okay, so that's why it is written here that form of carbohydrate called glycogen, and this glycogen will store there in the liver. Okay, and whenever we need the energy, okay, that time this glycogen will help. For example, we are doing fasting for 9 days, or for more than 9 days, or 1 day, whatever it is. Okay, so that time we are not eating food, but we are getting the energy. All right, so from where we are getting the energy? So we are getting the energy from this stored carbohydrate, that is glycogen. Is it clear, student? From the glycogen. So this is about the what? Assimilation. Now the third process is there, which is known as what? Egestion. Yes. Now what is egestion? Okay, so see it here, egestion. The undigested food which cannot be absorbed by our small intestine passes to the large intestine. Okay, the undigested food materials which is not at all absorbed by our intestine, where it will go? It will go to what? Large intestine, because the digestion will be complete only up to the small intestine. Nutrient absorption, small intestine. So what is the role of large intestine? Actually, large intestine is absorbing the water as much as it can. Okay, as much as it can, it will absorb the water, okay, from the undigested food which is passing to the what? Large intestine. And that's why I have written the second point. Just see, large intestine absorb most of the water from undigested food, which make the undigested food almost solid and is stored in rectum as fecal matter, which passes out from body through anus. This act of expelling the feces is called what? Egestion. Is called egestion. Okay, is it clear now? Now the large intestine is having the three parts. Now we are knowing the first is cecum, then is the what? colon, that is the ascending colon, transfer colon, and descending colon, and then the rectum. So rectum will finally store the what? Fecal matter, and when the neural signal will come, okay, to pass it out, all right, so then it will remove from our body through the what? Anus, and in the form of what? Fecal matter or excreta. And now this whole process of expelling, okay, the feces is known as what? Egestion. Right, so it is all about the human digestive system. We have completed. The next topic we will see in next week, that is what? Dental caries.